Now for the chief support fight of the night, featuring North Shields' Paul Charters, the Northern Area lightweight champion, who comes up against John Smith of Liverpool. Charters, who last year fought for the European title and lost in the 11th round to Antonio Renzo, is now rated as the #1 contender in Britain. He has the same venue next month when he comes up against Paul Burke of Manchester. Charters, who has arguably the biggest following in the Northeast, though Davison alongside me disputes that claim, is a revitalized fighter since he turned to the pro ranks with Tommy Conroy. He joined Conroy in 1989 and has never looked back. Actually made his pro debut in 1988 under the guidance of Doug Bidwell and lost his first 2 fights. Indeed, under Bidwell he won only 4 of his 11 fights before switching to Hardy, where his career has been before switching to Conroy, I should say, where his career has been transformed. His only other defeat other than that against Renzo in the last couple of years was against Gary Bannon of Peterborough, and that was on a cut. Charters, though, made amends for that defeat when the two clashed again last November at Gateshead, and this time Bannon was stopped by a cut. Straight away Charters is into action. 5 years younger than 32-year-old Smith. The Merseysider found himself on the ropes as Charters worked on the body. Sporting black and white shorts to the pale blue shorts of Owens. Charters in typical fashion is pressing from the start. Sporting his customary shaven head. Charters is busy looking for openings. A typically cautious start from Charters suddenly explodes as he catches Owens in the Charters corner. Charters is well aware that Burke's manager Phil Martin is ringside and he'll be looking to put in an impressive display just to show to warn next month's British title contender that he is as good as ever and gunning for him. Smith warned about holding by referee Arnold Bryson. Typically in sporting fashion, the bell sounds and Charters follows through with a right, catching Smith, but they just give a smile to each other. That's one of the good things about this sport. Worked with Paul Charters for a few years now. You know about him. How do you rate him?
Paul, he's an unbelievable character, and he's probably the most improved boxer in our gym. Every fight he has, he improves. And he's an animal. He's just so awkward. He's long arms. I mean, we have some great spars, me and Paul. We'll learn from each other. He's absolutely... he'll win the British title. That's my prediction. I think he'll definitely win the British title. He's rushing in there a bit today. I think he's too eager to get this one over because John Smith stopped him on a cut. So I think Paul wants to impress the fans. I mean, he's got a fantastic following. All the North Shields, or is it South Shields? One of them two.
North Shields.
North Shields. But he's doing well. He's just got to keep him under pressure. But he's a very, very cagey, awkward customer, this Joss. But he knows what he's doing. But by the look of his nose, he looks easy hit.
Some more useful comments from John Davison. Showed in the last round he knows what he's talking about. Certainly Smith has the face that resembles a hard career in the ring. Smith now cuts in the early seconds of this second round on the right eye. Referee Bryson warns him about holding and at the same time takes a look at the eye. He's certainly not enjoying the punishment dished out by Charters, turning his back on him. Charters searching forward. He's got the bit between his teeth now.
Very bad.
It looks a bad cut on the right hand side of the eye. Certainly it's going to be a task for the cornerman. Again, Smith is warned about holding. At this stage, it's very difficult to see how Smith's going to continue. He doesn't seem to be offering much in response. Charters reining in the punches, piling on the pressure. Despite a 2-inch height advantage and indeed a longer reach, Smith just can't get near Charters. Fought over 8-2s this. Charters will have plenty of stamina left inside him over this type of distance. He's gone as far as 11 threes before, and he's a strong-willed and strong character. John, do you think the cut over Smith's eye, is it as bad as it looks?
Very bad cut. I don't think it'll go 3 rounds now. I think it's right on top of the eyelid. I think the referee will step in and stop it halfway through the 3rd round if he has a good look at it.
Referee Bryson has gone over to Smith's corner at this break of this 2nd round. He's taken a long hard look at the right eye. The flow of blood has been stemmed and can actually hold out, I don't know. Good. It looks a good 4-inch gash and it is in a bad position. Smith isn't enjoying this at all. Charters is overwhelming his opponent. He knows that the right eye is suspect and he's looking for an opening. Another punch and that could just do the damage. The left jab's reining in, looking for an opening. There it goes again, flush on the eye. So far it's holding open, holding close. Never relenting. Another left from Charlton, smashes against the head of Smith for a change. Charter switches downstairs and gets in a good uppercut as he pins Smith against the ropes. The Merseysider just can't get off the ropes. Now he's in a neutral corner, pushes his way out into the centre of the ring. Charter's urged on by his followers. Keeps on going. Smith seems to have weathered the storm, had a breather. The eyes holding up. Maybe he's growing in confidence again. More messy this round, not the same fluency as we saw in the first 2 rounds from Charters. I've just said, John, a bit more messy that round. Do you see it that way?
Yeah, just a bit. It's just trying a little. I don't know what they've put on that cut. I think it must be super glue because they've done a fantastic job. Have leaked any blood? So the cornermen are doing a fantastic job. The pressure up. He's got to work back. Push him in the corners, look for them body shots and uppercuts. That's why he's wide open. Every uppercut pulls through and he's catching with it. So
Perhaps Charters was trying too hard to open that cut again. Should perhaps get now back to the basics, start working, landing the punches, picking up the points. I mean, it's fair to say he's well ahead on points so far in these first 3 rounds. It's now up to him. As John said, the corner's done a magnificent job on stopping the flow of blood, closing the cut. Smith now caught in Charters' corner. The uppercut, he's finding it with regularity. Punches going in, working well on the body. This is more like it from Charters. Everybody involved in the Tommy Conroy stable fully believes that Charters is one of the most improved fighters in Britain. His record's there for everyone to see. After a shocking start, he's come through, he looks the part. Perhaps the turning point was in March of 1990 when he surprisingly made the journey to Northampton to meet Marvin P. Gray of Stanley for the Northern Area title. Strange that such a fight couldn't be held in this area, but it was the result that Charters wanted. He won the title on points, and from then on his career has blossomed. Fans of Charters warming up to the fight, but they just can't see their man. He just can't get in a regular flurry of shots. Yet again, now for the umpteenth time, Smith just puts an arm around the head of Charters, holding him off, stopping the pressure. Warm applause from John Davidson sitting alongside me here. Are you pleased so far with what Charters has done?
He's boxing him. Great fight. Some of the combinations that he's throwing, the 1-2s and left uppercuts are beautiful. But as I see now, he's winning the fight. But John Smith's an awkward customer, you know. He's trying. I think Paul's it.
Every time he's tried to go for the uppercut, landed on the mark.
Every time. That's one of his good punches. He works on it, practices in the gym, and it's coming up for him tonight. He throws a left hand, throws the right uppercut, comes off with the body shots. He's moving really well, he's boxing well, you know. If you're just like the same steer, a little bit forward, he's just crowding him a little bit too much. I think if he doesn't crowd him so much, you know, then punches will be more effective.
Yeah, you mentioned before, they're looking at the face of Smith. He seems to have had this type of, looking at him, it appears he's had this type of contest before, and he seems a durable guy who intends to hang in there.
He's one of these journeymen who will fight. I think the kid will fight anybody, and he's real hard pros, you know. His game, and you know, it's just, that's what's good about pro boxing. You know, you get these men, but he can cause a few problems. He's not a bad boxer, but he's just one of these tough, hard kids.
Certainly, as we go into the 5th round, and you look at Smith, he's not going to win any male modelling prizes. Again, the uppercut, it comes again and catches him. The Merseyside lad, he turns away. Charters typically stalks him, follows him into the neutral corner, keeps pressing forward.
Back, go.
I never know. Perhaps it's the southpaw style of Smith that is perhaps causing a few unexpected problems for Charters. Yet he seems to, the big chap from Liverpool, seems to be switching from southpaw and then back to southpaw again. That was an excellent right to the head from Charters. But the gallant Smith never flinched, he stood his ground. This is a tough, no-nonsense battle. Smith is warming to the fans here. He's standing his ground. He's taking everything Charters can throw at him. As we said, he gives the impression he's seen it all before. He's not going to relent. Again, the right uppercut. And again, it's just working its way through, time after time. John, it's incredible the amount of times that uppercut's getting through.
Oh, the kid, I mean, John Smith's wide over the uppercuts, and Paul knows it. And he's working it all the time. If he can just work on the uppercut left hook, he can maybe open that eye up. But see, I'm very impressed with the way that is stopping the flow of blood. It's great, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, they keep going back on about those uppercuts. They must be making some, they must give the impression as if they are hurting him.
Well, they don't have to be hard shots to hurt you. It's just in the right place, your nose or maybe that eye, because every uppercut hurts. They don't have to be a powerful shot, but just a tap,
So at this stage, Paul Charters way ahead. As we move into the 6th round, 3 to go, 3 2-minute rounds left before Paul Charters chokes up what will be yet another win. A knockout from Smith to Charters, continue his march. And Charters is not the type of person who would allow that to happen. He'll have to take something special to stop him. A trickle of blood is coming from the eye again of Smith. He's managed to stem the flow of blood for the last few rounds. Charters is looking as composed in the 6th round as he did in the opening round. A good right, then following up by a left by Charters. Sends Smith plummeting into the neutral corner. Referee Bryson separates him, pushes him back into the middle of the ring. Charters pounces forward, takes over where he left off. Again, the upper right, the right to the body. Nonchalantly, Charters waves to his supporters who are chanting behind him.
Everything there? Yes?
Well into the last. No way Charters is going to be denied his victory. But what a gallant fight this has been from Smith. Up against the odds from the first round. A cut eye, a cut nose. He's offered little in attack, but has defended stubbornly. Courageous, a battler through and through, a journeyman, as John Davison has said. He has been determined to hang in there. He's not prepared to lose. There's no way he could get a points decision. Charters is miles ahead. But this brave man from Merseyside is hanging on to the bit end. Charters, he's fighting till the death. And what a magnificent fight. A credit to both fighters as he continues. Not surprisingly, referee Bryson raises his arms. Tremendous performance. I think his fans absolutely delighted, and as everyone. A very impressive display, John.
Well, like I said before, I think Paul's one of the most improved. Absolutely brilliant tonight. A little bit tired away at the beginning, but he settled down there. Uppercuts fabulous. Set him up with the jabs. Uppercuts coming in, left hooks to the body. Real aggressive pose, but John Smith is just one of them tough, very, very tough fighters, you know. I mean, I thought he should have pulled him out before the end, but he's got a big heart as a lion. I think he'll win the British. Well, David Johnson, he is a real improved fighter, but you know that's coming on a minute. But it was absolutely brilliant. One of the best performances I've seen in box.
The scores have just been given, and Charters a comfortable and an emphatic winner, 79.5 points to 77. He's delighted. Perhaps a bit early on he did try too hard to get the knockout win his fans wanted, but overall an impressive workmanlike display that augurs all too well for the future.